and we need to leave the room. But that doesn't happen. We've had people who've sworn and said, over my dead body will I resign, over things that would be expected to say you were in. And I tweeted something the other day. Do we still tweet or do we X? Anyway. Yeah. And I said, if you have no business offering yourself up to fix a situation that you contributed to ruining, does that make any sense? Because here we are and we are saying people are going to the streets because they're not bored. They do not have anything to do on a Tuesday morning, but they're still vested in their existence as a Kenyan people. And they're saying, you know what, we cannot continue in this situation. So guess what? We will leave our work, we will leave our business, we will leave our learning and come out into the streets so that perhaps you will hear what it is that we're saying. And it might sound crazy, but I think to an extent, Kenyans want the government to do well. Kenyans yearn for the president to do well. And I dare say that if he was, Kenyans wouldn't have a problem.
Absolutely. Last year, in the June 2025 memorial protests, Kenyans were done. We were going to State House. Some of my friends got to that path for State House. Wali have kuruka kwa fence when police started advancing. On Sabasaba, every year for Sabasaba, the social justice movement has always organized a maandamano. But last year's Sabasaba protest, nobody organized those maandamanos. Kenyans themselves came out. I think it's the day we woke up and found that we were ring-fenced with the Sengenge outside Parliament, and he'd shut down the whole country. People would not go out. So the issue about wanting Kenya to work has always been there. The issue about wanting, even paying taxes, is not something Kenyans have a problem with, as long as they are going into healthcare, into education, into development, into things that actually make sense to us. What the president is doing is building stadiums. How often are Kenyans inside a stadium? In a year, in 365 days. All the money is going towards those ghost big projects that really do not concern us as Kenyan citizens as much as healthcare does, as education does, as food, prices of fuel do. So this is why we are saying we cannot continue writing, petitioning. We have had so many petitions, protesting for issue-based things that needs to be addressed. Now we are going to come out and actually remove. Maybe I am advocating for Kenyans to talk nje, tuchukue nchi yetu. It's in bad hands. It's in hands of people who are enemies of the people at this point. Enemies of the people. Because you remember, let's take something as simple as the seed bill. It was you cannot trade seeds with fellow Kenyan. You have to buy from the government. It's GMO seeds.
And you can't bank.
So Kenyans went to court and fought this. And the court of appeal, and the court ruled in favor of Kenyans. The government appealed this decision. That no, Kenyans have to. Like, come on. What is wrong with this government? Kanona here, we're having Israelis settle in our land. This is colonialism 2.0. Israel has killed Palestinians en masse as we speak right now. How are you telling me that Kenya is offering a home for these people who have a terrible history of occupying foreign land and killing inhabitants? They will start telling us stories of it was promised to us by God. So we are feeling very vulnerable as the people of Kenya with this kind of government as at now. We are looking at our future and feeling we have to do something. We have to come out. We have to stop this madness immediately, because the people in power do not seem to have the foresight for what the future of the country looks like. We are young people. In the next couple of years, these people will not be there. What kind of country are we inheriting? That is our worry, Joe. And that's why we are fighting. And that's why we are organizing. And that's why we will take this government out. So many of us are feeling like 2027 is way too far to keep waiting. So even as we are rallying people to take the vote, the streets continuously seems to be like the only way out. Because we have seen the streets scare them out. We've seen the streets, put a little bit of fear in them. But now we are feeling like, I wish hatungewacha hiyo time tulikuwa tunaandamana. Tungemalizana na hiyo story once and for all. we go into an election. So this time round, and I really wish it did not rain, I really wish today was the first day of Maandamano, so that we start building that momentum. What is needed is just a spark. Because ndo tumechoka. Kabisa.
Haven't we had enough sparks, Wanjira? Because talking about fuel prices, it's not the first time this is happening. There's even a time when, any Kenyan with a vehicle was told, drive them to the streets, leave them there, walk and go. It never happened. In a few streets, we saw people trying it. The fear of being abducted, being arrested, being done this and that, you just, what Stella calls weekend agency. You just fizzle it off. Look at being fed with unga, which is rotten. Kenyans have been pushed to the core. Look at the kind of mercury in sugar and mercury that we